And we have some news coming in at this point in time. Uttarakhand Chief Minister has reached Uttarkashi. Pushkar Singh Dhami monitors the rescue work, taking stock of the situation there. 130 people have been rescued during the operations. Dhami lands in a chopper, meets officials on the ground. Let's take a look at these pictures coming in of the Chief Minister of Uttarakhand taking stock of the situation as we speak, where over 59 people have gone missing. This includes 9 army personnel. Homes, shops, markets swept away by the terrifying wave of water, mud and rocks.
धराली की आपदा आई है। उस आपदा में सभी एजेंसियां हमारी वहां पर काम कर रही है। सेना के लोग भी काम कर रहे हैं। बचाव और राहत के काम में ITBP लगी है, NDRF, SDRF और स्थानीय लोग, सभी लोग आगे आकर, हमारे जनप्रतिनिधि भी, सभी लोग बचाव के काम में लगे हैं। कल लगभग 130 के लगभग लोगों को रात को रेस्क्यू किया गया है और अभी लगातार खोजबीन जारी है। रास्ते में चूंकि काफ़ी ज़्यादा मौसम खराब होने के कारण से अनेक स्थानों पर मार्गों का जो संपर्क है वो कट गया है।
I'm going straight across to Ashutosh Mishra, who's on his way to Dharali in Uttarkashi, getting in more details. Ashutosh, I understand that nobody has been able to reach the exact spot where this horrific incident took place. Essentially, a lot of rescue work also that is getting hampered. Where exactly are you? How far are you away from the spot? What are you picking about, the kind of damage? Most importantly, the loss of lives. What are the details you can share with us?
You asked Neha about the distance. If I could calculate in hours, hardly 45 to 50 minutes. In miles, around 30 kilometers from the spot. So, Bhatwari, one place where I got stuck up because of the road connectivity was totally washed away. So it was not only caved in, but in fact the entire national highway stretch of 100 and 150 meters was washed away. Now taking the diverted route, alternative route, somehow I managed to reach at this part. There exactly also you see now the JCB earth moving machines are working out to prepare an alternative route. And the reason is that you have a huge machinery of the rescue forces lined up here. They are waiting for an access. NDRF, SDRF, the local police, the local administration. In fact, these are the vehicles of SP Uttarkashi, DM Uttarkashi, all the officials who were moved towards the epicenter of this calamity. But, I fear that it will be nearly very difficult, and probably it may take not just few hours, but maybe overnight to conclude, because once they prepared this stretch, right after 5 to 6 kilometers, there is another similar situation. So all these stretches, you do not have a moving machine. One road is prepared, then they will be moving to another, making alternative passage, digging the mountains to some alternative routes. At least you require a wide road because of the NDRF or the machinery. They have heavy vehicles. Now, as we then proceed further, after 10 to 15 kilometers, there is a steep concrete bridge, and the bridge is totally washed away. So the major challenge for the rescue forces are to ensure they reach at the spot. So that's exactly why, there is a sense of fear and the concern that the number of personnel who are already at Dharali, it's all up to left on them without any connectivity, without electricity. How are they managing to evacuate people, take them to safer places, and also search for the possible alive in the debris? Because here the connectivity, and you see the weather. Now, entire mountain is totally covered with a thick layer of cloud, and it is not just only a cloud, also the red alert that has been issued by the Met Department, constantly raining. It's a heavy downpour we are seeing in this region of Uttarakhand, Uttarkashi. Then you saw further this entire area from Gangotri to Harshil. So as long as the heavy rains continue, clearly all the attempts to prepare these roads, alternative roads, even the debris, loose debris will also come down, because largely, these kind of rains, heavy rainfall also triggered. Now look at the furious Bhagirathi. So all these people who were living such close proximity of the Bhagirathi river were also evacuated. Now certainly these preparedness would ensure that there is no further casualty to the other parts of Uttarkashi, along with Bhagirathi. But the major challenge, and I fear this is not only a matter of hours, probably it would take even tomorrow for the rescue forces, the additional forces that have been mobilized. Now remember, those camps areas where they are carrying out these search and rescue operations, they have a very limited equipment because their camps have also come down under the impact of the mudslide or the landslide. So all the machineries that is required to carry out these operations are still here. We all along with these rescue forces and waiting for a passage. So until unless they prepare one passage from here, another passage right 5 kilometers next, and then a concrete structure, a bridge that connects Gangotri has been washed away. In those kind of adverse situation and a hostile weather, this is making literally a mountain task for all our rescue forces who are somehow doing their best effort to reach to the side and to ensure that they could save every possible alive from that location of Dharali. Sneha.
Yeah, I understand what you're telling us, Ashutosh, but it looks very, very difficult, isn't it? Given that there's a fair amount of delay, the difficult situation. In fact, as we speak, we are putting out those pictures of ITBP personnel involved in the rescue work in Dharali. What are the options really, Ashutosh, before the administration to rescue the people? Because the roads are difficult at this point in time. What about rescuing people, using the aerial route? Talk to us a little about that as well. What's the estimate about people being stranded at the very spot where this happened?
More than 100 people have been evacuated and they have been taken to on the upper side, on the safe passage of this Dharali area. But remember, Dharali being one of the very important city, you have the pilgrims in only because not only for the Chardham Yatra, but also the tourists who are often visiting Harshil or Gangotri. So because of that, there is no such anticipation at the moment that what would be the number of the tourists. And now you see the concrete structure that was washed away with the debris and the mudslide. You have the hotels, Dharamshala, the small restaurant, of course the localities, the local pocket. So it looks like a dense populated area in a very small, narrow, a few square kilometer of the access. And everything since washed away, it is clearly next to impossible to anticipate the number. But clearly the number so far, if we see that more than 100 people have been rescued, 50 to 60 still missing. Clearly the number of the casualty could be way higher. But for now, the attempts is actually for the administration to ensure to evacuate maximum people, to avoid any further casualties, and then hunt for the people, search for the people, those who could be possibly, because not all of them possibly would be able to reach on their rooftop and seek some help. Somewhere people would be finding a safe passage to hide. So this is making extremely difficult. Now the sniffer dog, if there is someone alive, even breathing, the sniffer dog, the dog squad of the NDRF, they're very resourceful, they're very helpful. But that squad has not been able to reach out. Subsequently, you have the earth scanner, thermo scanner. These machineries also very helpful by both Army and the NDRF for the rescue and search and these operations. But because of the road blockage, see, the entire stretch was washed away. Concrete structure washed away, nearly 2 to 250 meters. And so far, the BRO and the GREF and the agencies that are restoring the road have only been able to make halfway through. So clearly it's going to be taking another couple of hours to restore this stretch. Then all the machineries along with the JCB will be moving to further 5-6 kilometers. The similar situation, again they'll be restoring the road to ensure mobility of these machineries, the vehicles again further, and then the concrete bridge that has been washed away. So that clearly it's a total hostile situation, and this is making extremely challenging for all our rescuers, rescue forces to reach on the site first, because unless you until reach it, clearly it is all left on the people, those who are available, those boots on the ground. Hats off to them that without any such resources, whatever they have, they're just carrying out the operation. Their duty is to save the maximum people they could.